Greetings, fellow gun enthusiasts. Well, some of you might already know that sometimes I shoot like a stormtrooper. I'll take these classes and I'll learn a lot and I'll do okay, and then I won't follow through with my dry fire training or keeping up, and then I'm back to shooting like a stormtrooper. Last month I posted a video where Chuck and I was shooting and he berated me, and I was getting maybe 40% of the shots on a steel at close range. It was a 10mm, so I did have a little more flinch with it, but still it's unacceptable that I shoot like that, like a stormtrooper, just literally missing the target every shot. It's ridiculous and it's unacceptable. And I started getting paranoid because, you know, we could have the possible boogaloo here at any time. So what I did is I reached out to Do It Right, David from Do It Right AK. Check out his channel if you get a chance. He's got a wealth of knowledge on shooting and different tactical situations. But I went out to his backyard Hickok 45 Alaska style range and had him just give me some simple pointers on trigger control and a couple other things. And I was very pleased with the results. I got 100%. After that, I was shooting great. So I'm going to try to keep up with it. And he's letting me borrow this laser dry fire trainer. I don't even know what brand this is, but it's very interesting. And this kind of thing will help keep your skills up. So here's a little bit about what I learned, and everybody stay safe out there. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.
Basically, you take it in, you go in and out like this, and you go from down here and extend out real slow. And what this is it's going to work directly on the muscles that are helping with your presentation. This will help you keep the gun still, and then you want to work on isometrics. And if you want to mix it, repetitions and isometrics, make sure you're going slow so you can actually activate all those muscles. But
that's called weighted presentation?
Yeah, that's just what I call it. Right?
Interesting.
Weighted presentation, but basically you're working with more weight. It's a Roman Legionnaire concept of working with more weight than you'll actually work with. That way you actually get the muscles to where when you're working with the real thing, it feels like a feather.
Right.
So the problem is that we're moving the gun because we know what's coming.
Okay, so I am kind of flinching, and it's my trigger control, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's your trigger control. See, we have sympathetic movement. This is an unnatural thing. That we're not designed to do this.
Right.
We're designed to do a lot of different things to form around objects and work together. So having all this, you know, all this holding and this one moving independently, it's unnatural. That's why a lot of times they'll tell you to relax this hand. That way independent movement's easier. Others tell you use all of it. But using percentages, that doesn't really work. Just hold it as tight as you need to in order to have as much control as you can get, and also that comes with wrist exercises as well. Okay. So what I like to do is I actually like to get a good crushing grip on my pistol while I'm doing that, and that's one of the ways you do that is like you can do it through farmer's carry, you can do, you know, hang from a pull-up bar or something like that.
Man, I like that laser trainer.
Yeah, then you know, you put this together with a shot timer, and it can be a real valuable skill builder. And you don't need to spend much time at the range in order to do it. The only thing you're going to need to know at the range is you're going to need to know how much input you need to have in order to control the recoil. That way you can actually practice your grip instead of saying, okay, well, I need to crush this like I'm trying to destroy it. I just need to hold on to it and put more pressure on the sides and then the front and back. So,
okay.
And it's going to feel like a grinding motion, even if it's really not all that bad. But yes, gripping it tighter will give you the illusion of slightly more control. But most of the time, the weight of the slide in a 40 caliber is going to put it back on target. So you don't really need all that much. Get it back on target.
So
yeah,
I was.
Look at that! Look at that Glock perfection right there.
Yeah, but you've been shooting that a lot, not cleaning it, and you've been hazing it.
Oh, it's a hard one too. Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's stuck.
You've been hazing that gun though. It just doesn't. So
first time this mag's been loaded. Putting more finger into the trigger actually does help it with a pivot point, because trying to do it like this does not actually work all that well.
On the pad of the finger.
Yeah, because we don't really, it's a lot of, you're trying to get your finger to work more than it really has to. It doesn't have to work that far if you're just using as much of the finger as possible. If this is the pivot point rather than, you know, this, you know, that's one of the basic mechanics that they explained, but all I know is it worked. I mean, that's what we were taught for, you know, extreme marksmanship, was to just get a good grip, and then as much finger as you can get in there, just relax and let as much of that finger get in there as possible to pull the trigger. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to be barely touching it.
Okay.
And,
let me try that too.
All right. See if this is a little bit better. Don't groucho it, so I'm not leaning.
Yeah, just
loosey-goosey. Lean forward a little bit.
Just go ahead and get this left foot forward just a tad. Yeah, just kind of offset, and actually put both feet together. Put both feet together, and then just take one step back with your right foot, or one step forward with your left. Doesn't matter. And then just brace yourself for getting pushed from the left. Yeah. And you just relax your shoulders down, let them hang, and then just easy squeeze. There you go. Touch and press.
100%.
Excellent. 100%.
For the first time.
And you're within 6 inches of your target zone.
Last time I was here, I wasn't even hitting 40% of my shots. All right.
Simple touch and press.
Yeah.
No!